As noted in its logo, first opened in 1919. There's a look at the beautiful Pebble Beach golf links here on the captivating Monterey Peninsula. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today, and by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I look to my right over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing "From Sea to Shining Sea." Pebble Beach never does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach? Key to this golf course is finding fairways. No surprise, 3-wood off the first tee. We might see that a few times today. Finds the fairway.
Now from just 94 yards out, this his second.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. So that about as stress-free a start as you can have. It's a par here at the first. Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Boy, you don't get eagle putts from that distance every day, but that one never got on line. Well, it's not often you make a birdie and leave shaking your head, but I think you'd like to have that eagle putt back. Well, Frank, here we are at the third. Severe dog leg left, and I'm just curious how much of that dog leg the big hitters might think about chewing off.
Rich, the game has changed so much. If there's a hint of a breeze behind, I mean, really, have a crack at it with a driver. It's about 350 yards, really, to the front edge of the green. But if not, you've got to negotiate those 3 bunkers on the right side. And well, depending on what club you want to have to head off the tee, decide which one of those bunkers you want to aim at.
Going with the 7-wood here at the short par 4, and that's going to be right where you want it to be. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Huge drive off the tee, now in the driver's seat, sitting in the fairway, and a chance to get it close on these small Pebble Beach greens.
Well, there's a good strike in there, just a little left of the hole, but inside 10 feet. That's about 50-50 chance on the PGA Tour of making a birdie.
He'll say he should have made that. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Well, this is where Pebble Beach starts to look like Pebble Beach in all its glory and magnificent beauty. It's only 333 yards. Off the tee, you can hit driver, maybe make an eagle, knock it up on the green. We have seen guys do that. Or you can play it safe, long iron off the tee. Either way, you're thinking 3 at 4. No laying up with that swing. This is all or nothing. And it would appear that that ball is into the bunker. After a big drive, he'll dig in for a second out of the sand. Oh, it's in. That is an eagle too, and that puts all of the skills on display in one beautifully played hole. The power, the precision, and in the end, the touch. Beautifully done. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Oh, how about the touch there? Beautifully done. We haven't seen many closer than this all day. It's for birdie. Boy, we are seeing some really good golf here early on. That's going to move him to 4 under to his first 5 holes. Frank, here we are, another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5 6th.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Second shot from the rough at the par 5 6th hole. You cannot help but think about what Tiger Woods did here in 2000 on his way to winning the U.S. Open. It was one of the greatest shots in the history of the sport. 7-iron from about 200 yards, thick rough. He just lashed at it, muscled it up the hill. And Roger Maltby, the announcer, said, "It's just not a fair fight." He was right. Oh, what a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. Okay, little two-footer for birdie, not a problem, and that was well played. Well, this is the one you dreamed about, isn't it? Just a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that tiny green here at the 7th. You and your maker, there's nothing better in the world than to be playing the 7th hole and playing it well here at Pebble Beach. Not just a golfer, but a craftsman. Love the way he worked that shot. Now this for another birdie. Got it there, but not quite on target. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, as you know, of all the sports played on land, golf's the one with the best views. This is as good as it gets, but you need to focus now on what's ahead of you. This 8th hole is a real challenge, isn't it?
It certainly is. The temptation is to pull the camera out, but really it's about what club you're going to pull off this tee. There's 2 runouts on the right side, about 250 yards, left side about 270, and really that white rock is a great indicator of the line.
Seven wood off the tee, got it up in the air, and this is going to wind up just fine. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. The thing about Pebble Beach is it's easy to lose focus, stare off at the horizon, the Pacific Ocean, and all that beauty that surrounds you. But then you remember, and I'm playing the 9th hole here. This is one of the hardest par 4s in the world. Pay attention. Side.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So he should be able to get a full club on this, but the ball below his feet for his second.
That's a good shot out of the rough. Really controlled the lack of spin out of the grass. Ball didn't jump either, so did not go over the green.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that is going to win the books as a 30 on the front side, 5 under par. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right. And if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. Second shot, good look at the green.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
Chance now for another birdie. Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Disappointment there. I'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway finder.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. 15 feet away. Oh yes, that's the right line, and it's in for a birdie. Well done. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. Okay, safely aboard. He ran in a long one a moment ago. This as well from downtown for another birdie. be a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Nice approach shot, and another good thing about that, left it below the hole.
Now this for another birdie. Oh.
Shake of the head there. That nearly a birdie, but he'll have to be content with a par.
Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in a really good position here on the par 5. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
A tap in there for his par, set up by the nice putt from off the green that nearly went in.
You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie. No issues here. That is into the fairway. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second.
shot after shot. More evidence there with that beautiful touch.
Chance now for another birdie. That's as stressful a birdie as you're going to get on this course. That was well done.
Par 4 16th hole, Frank. What's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even a fairway wood. Now, you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that. But that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those two bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the two on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime. Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Ball appears to be sitting up here in the rough at the 16th hole. Decent lie, but you just won't be able to get it to spin. See what he can do now with this, his second shot. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Yeah, can't take those for granted. Good concentration there, and it's in for a birdie. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. A 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. Okay, that one's dancing. This will move to his right for birdie. A good opportunity lost there. And a little too much movement on that. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here, and then you let it rip. This one started up the right side. Well, Frank, it is a pleasant walk under any circumstances, but how good is it when you've knocked it on in two here at the 18th at Pebble Beach?
It's a lot better than picking one out of the Pacific Ocean, Rich. That was just a great shot. And finally, you can exhale. The job is nearly finished.
Not to be a little short, but a good effort there. Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. And that will close out a 9-under round of 63. Incredibly well done.